everybody, today I'm going to be giving a speech on horse breeds and the main categories they're divided into. Now they're divided into three categories: the hot bloods, the cold bloods, and the warm bloods. Now obviously horses are mammals, so they're all warm-blooded, but these different categories are defined by temperament and some physical attributes. So we're going to start off with the hot bloods. As their name suggests, they're rather high-spirited, hot-tempered, they're bold, but they're also highly intelligent and quick learners. Some of their physical attributes include light-bodied, they have very fine coats, they have great speed and high endurance. They are well known for competing in endurance competitions that are up to 100 miles per day. They also make excellent hunters. Now, a hunter is just basically show jumping, but the judge is more looking for technique and overall elegance as opposed to if they clear the jumps or not. Now, we're going to show a couple examples of hot bloods. So first up, we have one of the more well-known breeds, an Arabian, and they have some specific characteristics that define them from others. They have a dished face, which means their nose slopes in and then it comes out at the nostrils. Their nostrils are actually a bit larger than most other horses, as it helps them to take in more air and makes them better at endurance. They also have high-tailed carriage. As you can see there, it makes them very elegant, very showy. They are kind, they have amazing endurance, and they stand 14 to 15.3 hands tall. Now, horses are measured in hands, and each hand is equivalent to 4 inches. They measure this from the base of the front hoof up to their withers, which are located at the base of their neck. Next, we have the thoroughbred. They have a chiseled head, a nice long neck, long legs, and a lean body. This helps them with speed and endurance as they have great stride and stamina. They're smart animals and they're also highly sensitive. They're used for racing, jumping, and polo. They range anywhere from 15 to 17 hands tall. So that's a little bit on the higher end. I would say a 16 hand tall horse is the equivalent of a 6-foot person, if you want to put it in that way. Next up, we have cold bloods. Now they are even-tempered, they have a quiet disposition, and they're often called the gentle giants because of this. They have very large bones and they're heavy bodied, which make them great for work. They're strong, large, they're used mostly for pulling, for workhorses, and they also have some physical characteristics that define them. The next one, we have the Shire, and you can see he's a cold blood and he has these feathers around his feet. Now those are characteristics only of the cold bloods, and it really defines them from other horses. So the Shires, they have a long, lean head with a Roman nose, so that means that their nose kind of pops out a little bit on the bottom. They have a bit of a hook nose. They have a very broad chest, a short back, and obviously they're well muscled for pulling. They're great for farm work and logging as well. They can range anywhere from 16.2 to 19 hands tall, so they are rather large. Next, for cold blood, we also have a Frisian. They have a relatively smaller head, fine bones. They have a beautiful arched neck, very thick mane and tail that really define them from a lot of other breeds. That's all natural. They're always black. They never have any white markings or anything like that. They're often used for driving, dressage, which dressage is basically a horse ballerina. And they range anywhere from 15 to 17 hands tall. And the final category is warm bloods. Now these are a bit of a mix between hot bloods and cold bloods. So they're a little bit smaller than the warm bloods, or they're a little bit smaller than the cold bloods, and they have some of the physical attributes of the hot bloods that make them very athletic. So we have the quarter horse as an example. You can see he's definitely a lot thicker. He can be used for many kinds of work. So he's got the strength of the cold bloods in him, but he also has the endurance of the hot blood. So they get their name obviously from being able to run a quarter mile faster than many other horse breeds. It's very hard to beat them in a short distance race. They have small ears and muscular body. They have great cow sense, so they're used for ranch work. Now cow sense is more, they are really good at working with cows, they're not scared of them, they really know their way around, so they're great for that. Now they can range anywhere from 14.2 to 17 hands tall, and they come in a variety of colors. And lastly, we have the Missouri Foxtrotter. They have a well-proportioned head with a straight profile, so their nose is very flat, it doesn't hook, it doesn't curve like the Arabians. Their tail can get a little high too, like the Arabian though, so it'll be a little bit showy. They have a very special gait called the Foxtrot, which gives them their name. It's a diagonal gait where they kind of cross over their hooves. They're mostly used for ranch work, and they have been known to be used in handicapped riding programs as they're very calm and gentle. They can range anywhere from 14 to 16 hands tall. So that's a little bit about the three main categories of horse breeds and some of the defining characteristics of them. And then I'll say thank you to my audience. We have our cameraman, Isaac over here, Pat and Lauren, Dad and Mom.